Hi there, here's a quick tutorial on how to manage your responses in the different quizzes that you have for your classroom. So we've already made two quizzes, and you can just look at the responses and get a summary and see which questions are being frequently missed, and you can see all kinds of pretty fast data. You can also look at individual responses, but that's probably not the fastest way to function inside your classroom. Faster would be to hit the hit the spreadsheet icon right there, create a new spreadsheet. So then you can change the names of your quizzes or your spreadsheet here. So fast quizzes. And so I just went to my first quiz and I made a spreadsheet, and it's given me the choices right here. Now, if you select show or collect username, which is something that you probably want to do when you're doing these quizzes, you can then have that username as one of your first columns, and you can sort by username. So when you're plugging numbers into your spreadsheet for your gradebook or whatever it happens to be, you can sort alpha order by the username, or you can do a column that has the student's first or last name, so you can sort that way in case you need to do that. So I have my first spreadsheet, and here's where I make myself more organized is I get one spreadsheet, and I'm going to call this whatever happens to be. This is the quizzes fast quiz that I happen to make. And then I'm going to go to my second quiz, and instead of creating a new spreadsheet, I'm going to create an existing spreadsheet. And I'm going to select it from choices. I could search for it, but in this case, here's my most recent spreadsheet, and that's the name of the spreadsheet that we just made up here. So I'm going to select that, and it's going to put a new tab onto my spreadsheet here. We'll see that up here. So form responses 2. Now I can rename this, so I can make this into quizzes super fast. All right. And now I have all of my data on one spreadsheet. So how I use this in my classroom is I make one spreadsheet for my whole unit. So I'll have multiple tabs showing up on the bottom, and then I can select all my data and I can sort my range, and I have a column for username, so I would choose that column and I would sort it. And then I have alpha order down. I also have a column for what hour my students happen to have my class, and then I can sort by username and by hour, and that makes it so it's really fast to have all my first hours and then all my second hours stacked alpha order, so then I can just scroll through and put them into our grade program. Once I'm done grading, then I highlight the data that I've already plugged in so that I know that anything below that is going to be new responses in case I have some students turn work in late. So then I can just open up one spreadsheet, get to all of the quizzes from my unit, and quickly see scores I have not put in to our grading program. So that's one way that I expedite our quiz process in our school to make my data management way easier, and also easier for me to plug numbers into our grading program. So hope that helps. Good luck.